Chapter 7. The Importance of Habit Tracking. Kicking a bad habit or implementing a good one can be hard. While it's satisfying to make progress, sometimes that satisfaction is delayed, causing us to give up on those healthy habits. Additionally, we crave visual evidence of progress, which we don't always see when kicking habits like smoking. Luckily, there are ways to measure your progress visually by implementing habit tracking. Habit tracking is a simple but effective technique to ensure that you are staying on track. This technique is nothing new, however. In fact, Benjamin Franklin successfully tracked his habits, who, at the age of 20, started carrying around a booklet everywhere he went. In his booklet, Franklin recorded each time he adhered to his 13 personal virtues. His virtues consisted of activities to avoid, like frivolous conversations, but also included things he should do each day, like always do something useful. Each night, Franklin would record his successes, making a visual diary of his healthy habits. The most simple technique is to use a calendar to cross off when you complete your desired daily habits. When you track your habits through a calendar or a diary, you will find that you are more likely to adhere to those habits. Tracking is not only obvious and creates a visual measure of your progress, but it's also an attractive, satisfying habit. At the end of the day, when you've accomplished whatever it is you aimed to accomplish, you'll feel a sense of anticipation in the action of crossing off each day. Research has also shown that most people who track their progress on goals like weight loss, lowering blood pressure, and quitting smoking are more likely to improve than those who do not. Additionally, having an accountability partner or implementing a habit contract can change everything. Just as people are more likely to repeat an experience that is satisfying, they are also likely to avoid an experience that is either painful or costly. In other words, behavior changes when there is an immediate consequence. For instance, university students are more likely to show up to class if attendance affects their grades. The students know the consequences of not showing up, so they do. Similarly, you can apply the same logic to help you form positive habits. For example, Brian Harris, an entrepreneur in Nashville, created a habit contract to keep him on task for working out. He had both his wife and personal trainer sign a contract which forced him to commit to getting his weight down to 200 pounds. To reach this goal, Brian tracked his food intake and committed to weighing himself each week. He then set up penalties for not doing these things. For instance, if he failed to track his food intake, he would have to pay his trainer $100, and if he failed to weigh himself, he would have to pay his wife $500. Brian's habit contract worked, not only because he was worried about losing the money, but also because he cared about what his trainer and his wife thought about him. He didn't want to let them down. In fact, knowing that someone is watching you can be enough motivation for success. This is why getting an accountability partner or signing a habit contract works well in implementing healthy habits.